It is Saturday, June 10th. Normally, we'd be on our way to Memphis or Kansas City or Norwalk, Iowa, or wherever for Hot Rod Power Tour. Atlanta, as this year would have it. But here we are in the shop because for the first year, besides COVID, since 2017, we are not long hauling. We're only doing 2 stops, which sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to Daytona for the week for Mustangs in Daytona, so something had to give. It's time for a break. I was kind of bored with the routes this year. Really, they suck. I don't know. It's places I've been, you know. We're going to head to Charlotte in this beast. This is the first time you've actually saw this on the channel. This is Paige's 1979 Scottsdale C10. Long bed. Original paint. It was, might as well say, a one owner. Got a 350 Mr. Goodwrench crate motor in it. Just over 100,000 miles on the chassis. Thing is bone stock. 2-barrel does have the old flipped air cleaner mod, which adds horsepower. Stock as can be inside. I actually just got done mounting the tack. Probably not going to get that hooked up before we go, but who knows. But this thing is a cream puff. Rides out great. I took it to Rod Run. You might have caught a glimpse of it in that video earlier in the year. It does have some rust in the bed, as you can see. It's just an old truck. But man, this thing is cherry. I added that. Thompson Raleigh, North Carolina Cadillac Oldsmobile. She's straight, other than the rust. So this is my first attempt at taking something old. So I'm just doing the normal stuff, as you can see here. Checking the fluids, checking the brake fluid, had to add a little antifreeze. Checked the oil, it's perfect. Checked all the hoses, all the belts are new. It's got a new alternator. Tighten the side post battery terminals I keep fighting with up. It does have a draw on it. That's my one big issue. I have to disconnect the battery at night, but no big deal. I think it's going to ride out good. I'm headed out on Wednesday night, which is probably today, because you're probably watching this video on Wednesday if all goes well. Riding with my buddy Will in his 1940 Ford Coupe. It has got a small block Chevrolet. He just got done putting a 700 R4 in it to cruise for the tour. I think he's got air. I don't have air hooked up, so that's going to be fun. You know, the first 2 power tours, long hauls I did in my 05 Mustang. Took the 01 Lightning on the next 2. Then last year we did it in the 08 Pontiac G8 we had. 09, I don't remember. Anyway. And everybody's like, you got to do it in something old. You got to do it in something old. You got to do it in something old. Well, here we are. So, doing it in an old truck. I think it'll be cool. I hope people enjoy seeing it. I know it's not perfect. I put a post up on a couple of Facebook groups and got a good response from it. So, I'm excited to pop my old vehicle power tour cherry, so to speak. So yeah, be sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We've got a ton of video on there from previous years, and we'll have a bunch of video on there this year too. We're going to take this thing to the car wash and get it cleaned up, and then I'll talk to you about what I'm taking. I have a full video that I shared earlier in the week on some of the pages. I'll link below on a full week's pack out of what we would take. We're not taking as much stuff this week. It's kind of hard to secure it in the bed, and we're only gonna be gone for 2 days. Honestly, we're not that far away from home, and if shit goes bad, I'm calling AAA, Anheuser-Busch, and getting in with my buddy Will and riding home. So there ain't gonna be much fixing going on if something goes wrong. Let's go to the car wash. If you're ever curious why it's flunkies and not junkies, this whole, I thought just this piece moved. The whole column moves on these Chevrolets. Looks like I'm going to plan B. I'm mounting my tack. I wasn't planning on hooking up anyway. Damn it. Looked good while it lasted. 93 octane. So it's kind of a pain to put gas in. If you go to the second click on the automatic thing, it cuts off. So it's kind of a slow fill. It's not real good on gas. It doesn't have a trip meter, so I don't know how bad it gets. I'll have to check it manually off the odometer on the trip, see what we're getting. But I think it's, I don't know, it's 3 hours to Charlotte, so probably 170 or 80 miles. I mean, probably that far to Bristol. I doubt we can make it to Charlotte, or worse, make it to Bristol on a tank of gas, which sucks, because as fun as gas station stops are, sometimes there's just not a lot of them, and it slows you down. You have to deal with all the people there. It's fun to stop, running to the bathroom, get a drink, but when you're fighting for gas, it can be kind of aggravating sometimes. So normally we've been spoiled in our new stuff where we would fill up the night before, roll out, and not need gas the whole trip. I think maybe 1 or 2 stops ever I've had to get gas midday, but that's going to change in the old pickup here. So fill her up, put her back in the shop. I got to check the tires. I know they look a little low. I'm going to try to hook my GPS up, see if the cigarette lighter works, and tie up a few odds and ends and get her packed up. So here's what we're working with. AM radio picks up great here. Not so sure how it's going to pick up on the road. Is AM still a thing out there in the big cities? We got heat. The AC's not hooked up. Got plenty of fuel. Speed. Never had it over 65 or so, so it should be fine. Runs ice cold. Charges sometimes. Plenty of aero pressure. Turn signals work. Lights work. Would hope they won't be driving after dark. And I just discovered we do have a cigarette lighter with, I can't take it out, a half-smoked cigarette. So, I'm going to see if that works or not. And if it does, I'm going to put me some GPS on the windshield. If it doesn't, then I don't know. So, shoot, I say, we got a Garmin for days, thanks to the old cigarette lighter. Somewhere the original owner probably rolled over in his grave. I just drilled a hole in a pretty mint dash pad. No, we're not filming a Hart commercial. We are talking about the 3 key tools to successful power tour this year. Number 1, our fan. Number 2, a little radio. This sucker is loud. It's not very good quality sounds, but it is loud. It'll be good in the truck with the windows down. So it'll hook to my phone, Bluetooth. And last, a way to charge the phone. This power pack will give me a way to keep my phone charged while I'm going down the road, because I don't want to run too much off the cigarette lighter. We did just find out works besides the GPS. So got my batteries charging. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got a couple more at home I gotta steal out of my drills. So I got about 6 Hart 20-volt batteries, so they should get us pretty well through the day. This won't use much, but this will probably suck down 2 or 3 a day, and then that one I'll have to pack everything up to get them charged at the hotel at night too. So hopefully the fan keeps me cool in the truck. Couple things here I'm taking. These won't actually be in the truck. These are going in my carry bag. This is a chill pack. It's got some cold patches and things for heat stroke, because getting hot is real. Me and Paige both about fell out in Memphis and then in Nashville last year. Basic medic kit, just kind of advanced what I've got. And then this thing is a lifesaver. Schumacher 2500 amp rugged jump starter. I need to do a whole review on this thing. It is that. So, taking that and then a basic toolkit and some fluids, which we'll talk about in just a second. Alright, Monday night, I'll show you the Die Hard little toolkit over there. I don't remember the exact part number. I've talked about it on here before, but it's just basically a Die Hard roll-up tool bag. It's got just enough stuff that you need in it. Also throwing this medic bag back there because I didn't have room in my other backpack. And gotta make sure you got a fire extinguisher. These are pretty handy because they won't expire like the regular extinguishers do. They work well. So that's the extent of our toolkit back there. It's got a few wrenches, screwdriver, some electrical tape, pliers, just your basic stuff, all you need. So keep her behind the seat, we'll be good to go. Got my GoPro mount on the dash so I can run my time lapses for y'all. Tack's good, sort of. Alright, we're gonna check the air and the tires. Do a couple more things after that. We're almost ready. Alright, tires are almost perfect. Added a couple pounds, 2 of them. Throw some tire foam on there. Most of the time I don't normally use tire foam, but my dad was a big fan of it, so I felt a bit nostalgic. If you follow along on the channel back that far, back in 2019, my dad was sick in the hospital right before Power Tour, and wouldn't have it any other way than for us to go, so I ended up taking my little boy with me. We went, took my dad's Lightning, went by the hospital and saw him on the way out of town in Asheville on the way to Charlotte. And long story short, he passed away about 3 weeks later on July 3rd. So kind of a cool Power Tour memory, doing that with my son, doing it in my dad's truck. He was really loved it, really loved seeing us make the memories, and wouldn't have had it any other way. So threw the tire foam on there for him tonight. But I did have to add some antifreeze the other day to it, as you saw in the video, and the thing runs stupid cool anyway, but I got some of that Be Cool additive just in case, because people scared me today with those big long lines in Atlanta. Hopefully we don't hit that in Charlotte. I know we won't in Charlotte. Bristol remains to be seen. We got into Bristol pretty easy last year, so here's hoping that works out. Also got to remember to pack an extra fuel filter, just in case. This scares me. I'm assuming they have this wrapped where this was getting hot, but I've never had any issues with it, so hopefully whatever they did there fixed it. I don't know if this stuff's really the miracle worker it says. This is VP Racing's additive cool down. Runs up to 30 degrees cooler. I doubt it. I ran the Be Cool before in an old Camaro I had, and it worked well in the fact that it gave it a couple of degrees cooler, but I was right at the 400 small block that was board 60 over, and I was right on the line of like running hot and not, so a couple degrees made a big difference. So I figure it can't hurt, I hope. So let's top it off. I'll throw the rest in my box and add it later when I get to Charlotte. It does seem like it's losing just a little bit of coolant somewhere. I'm not sure where. So, speaking of my box, this is it. Old milk crate, hard plastic, works great. This thing has been all over the place with me. Power Touring 14, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22 long haul, going on 23. So in here, I kind of tailor it to whatever vehicle I'm in, so I'm probably going to change some stuff here. I've got a gallon of all makes, all models that is fresh. Antifreeze, is it fresh? I don't know, let's see. Nope, that's probably just water, so I need to top that off. This one is fresh, so this is antifreeze. That one's mostly water. Then I've got power steering stop leak. You never know when you're going to get a leak. 530. I had that for the G8 last year. Power steering fluid. Automatic transmission fluid, it's old, but it's still good. 2050 oil, that'll be good for the Chevrolet. If we start losing oil, we need some thick. Can of brake fluid. Random brush, I probably don't need still. So, we're gonna put this in. We're gonna put that in. We're gonna put that in. We're gonna go fill that up. And I probably will add, what else do you think I need? I don't know. I'll put my fuel filter maybe in this box. No, that'll go behind the seat. That's about all the fluids I need. Maybe another quart transmission fluid, just for shits and giggles. We'll throw this in the back. We'll be ready to ride with this. I actually decided to throw another jug of water in there. If you are running hot and you do lose all your coolant, it's going to take 2.5 to get something back going. So, got her strapped in. She ready to ride. Grab these out of my Yeti bucket I would normally take, but just don't have any way to secure or feel like hauling in and out before. Next year, if this truck progresses and we long haul it, I'm gonna have to add a bed cover to it of some sort. Some gloves, just because you never know what you're grabbing's hot. And I don't need to explain why we need these. Alright, we're done at the shop. Gotta take her up to the house. Got my crank. Got my Buc-ee's cooler in here. Keep some snacks and a few drinks so I can stay hydrated on the way. Got my Hart fan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that breeze. That's gonna be nice. Got my Hart batteries down there. Got my radio in there and my other thing. Damn it, I forgot to get my GPS. I'll get it when I come back. We about ready. I just need a little work on that so it stays put. Tighten that screw up a little bit with that. And then grab a couple things at work tomorrow. Extra fuel filter. I'm gonna grab some extra battery terminals. This is a side mount truck and I hate side post battery terminals, so I'm going to, I put a top post in it, but I've been having some trouble. I use the original bolts to start with, and I think I might have stripped the adapters out. Didn't use the washers, and it keeps having to tighten it up. So I've got my wrench handy. It fits it, the ratcheting side post wrench, so I can keep a check on it. And I want to carry some extra bolts and an extra set of adapters in the truck just in case I end up stripping those out and tightening them, so I can fix that on the side of the road, the motel parking lot, if I have to. But for the most part, we're ready. It looked like today, a ton of cars in Atlanta. People are complaining about the line and whatever. But hey, it's power tool. This thing is ran cool. Like I said, I picked JD up at school in it a couple months, about a month back, and sit in line with it idling for 30 minutes, and it never offered to get hot. So obviously heat and heat soaked after the road is a whole nother story, but I think it should be fine. So I'm gonna load my cooler up, and that's about all we got left to do. Let's pack my bag. So it's Monday night and we're ready. I'm gonna edit this video up, put it out Wednesday, and we'll see y'all there Thursday. Be sure and say hey if you see us. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna say we'll see until y'all be pretty or nothing like that, didn't you? That'd show you the old cooler. This one's been on all the power tours too.